Mailbag time. I've got a few things here. Got some stuff from Fluke or Pomona, one or the other, maybe both. These will be review item things, so we'll check those out. And you've got an eBay thing, which is probably some test gear to have to look at. And I've got something else here, which might be review, I'm not sure. We'll find out. Right, we'll start with this thing. It's already been opened up by the looks of it. It's got some slices through the paperwork and some extra tape on it, so that's interesting. Guess it got inspected when it came in the country. Oh, there's a note. That's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Look at this. Apparently my parcel was attached to somebody else's and they forwarded it on to me. That's very interesting. Thank you, GLEN. We've had a quick look through. There's no reference to who GLEN actually is. But obviously somehow my package got mixed up somehow and he was nice enough to sort that out for me. That was very good. So GLEN, if you ever see this video, get in touch. It's a 6E5 valve. Got a couple more here. So you've got a 6AX4 and a 6BN8. So these are all spare valves for the Heathkit IT28 capacitor tester. I've got a section of spare valves for that. Just if it fails in the future, I will have the parts to repair it. Let's see if I can get this one out. There you go. There's one of the small ones there. Cool. Should all be new old stock kind of thing, so they should all be good. I'll be surprised if they're not. The chance of me using these is actually quite slim, but if it fails in 10 years time, maybe I won't be able to get the parts anymore, so at least now I've got them. Alright, check this out. Alright, these are wireless modules. That was actually really fast. Very fast. So these are Wi-Fi modules for MacBooks. I've got a MacBook here which I've been repairing for 3-4 years. I've had it sitting underneath my desk for a long time now. Where are the parts? Here we go. And I finally did some work on it. And this is the original Wi-Fi module that was in it. And it's being water damaged, or liquid damage of some kind anyway. And I don't trust it. I mean, I can't find a fault on it, but I don't really want to plug it in. So I don't know if it's causing damage to the logic board with this. So I've got some new ones. There's two different versions. I've got a newer version which supports AC Wi-Fi, and I've got the older version which is the same as this one. If the AC Wi-Fi version works, then I won't need the older one, at least not initially. We'll see if that goes or not. And hopefully there you can see the model numbers. BCM 94360 CSAX and BCM 94331 CSAX, I think, yes. And those modules are for the MacBook Pro 2012 15-inch Retina, in case you're interested. And this looks like it's on the same place because it's packaged exactly the same. Could be, who knows. These also for the same machine. These are feet for Retina. They've got smaller dimples in the centre. Some of the other MacBooks have got larger dimple. I've got a bunch of those feet, but these feet have got a smaller dimple in the centre for locating them. And so my feet I've already got as spares don't fit, so I had to get some of these ones. A few of them, screwdriver and some spare case screws, because I'm actually missing a couple from it. We'll get on to the other items, the big boxes, soon enough. And also there'll be links down below for some of these things too, if I can ever get into them. This is an interesting bag. Okay, here we go. Might have to use a real knife on this. Anyway. I think this is purchased locally. Pretty sure it is. For another little repair I'm doing, which has recently landed on my lap. It is. This is usually a bit of a giveaway. So we have a dock connector flex assembly. This is for an iPhone 6s Plus. A battery for it. And a new screen. Just like that. Lovely. complete with all the little fixtures up top and stuff like that. Just got given this phone. Someone just gave it to me and said they don't want it, it's broken and needs some work done on it. And they gave it to me and I thought, oh, okay, I'm not going to say no to that. It just needs those bits replacing. The dock is absolutely knackered, battery's blowing up, and the screen, as you can see, is all cracked and stuff. So I'll do all those, swap all those out. It's got some missing screws too, I just noticed. That's interesting. I wonder who's been in here, because that's not one I've ever worked on. I've never worked on this phone before. So someone's been in there and not put it back together properly. In fact, I can see a screw floating around. Even more interesting. I'm going to have to ask him where he took this, because there's a screw right there floating around inside the case. What idiot worked on this loss? But wait, there's more. I can see another screw right here. If I can grab it. So the two screws that are falling out are in there. This trees is rubbish. Anyway, yes, I'll get the other screw out there. So the two screws that are falling out from up here are rattling around inside the casing. Well, that's a good job that person did when they fixed it last time, isn't it? Well, those screws don't seem to fit properly where the holes are, so I'm wondering if someone's messed up these screws as well. Maybe they're supposed to be down here on the battery or something, because it doesn't quite feel like it fits right up there. I'm going to have to check that in. Anyway, so I'll put it on one side for now. I'll sort it later on. So it'll be a repair video on this thing, I expect, using these parts. Right, Fluke item number 1. I think there might only be one thing in here, but the other box has got loads of stuff in it. And don't forget also, after these review items I'll show you, there's also the other box which has got a piece of test cue in it. So make sure you stick around to find out what that is. So this has been sent to me, as per usual, by Fluke, or Pomona in this case. This is Pomona. My contact at Pomona sent me these because I requested them, and apparently they don't sell these things anymore, but they had some lying around still, which is a real shame. I think these would be really good to keep selling, but they must have stopped selling for a reason. What these are scope probe adapters. So you can plug your scope into this, your scope probe, you plug it in here, and then it gives you a couple of flying leads. You can put like DuPont cables onto them, you know, those little clip leads or whatever, and you can clip onto circuitry with those. So there's two of them. It's a 6553, but apparently they don't make them anymore. They stopped making them. And I had a few laying around still, and they've sent them to me, which is quite nice. Thank you very much. So here's your scope tip when you've got your clip lead taken off it, and this pushes on like that. Means you can probe circuitry much more easily if you've got to go into small places and things like that, or this kind of clip isn't suitable. Next box, again from Fluke or Pomona, or I think in this case actually both. We've got a few things going on here. Box is a bit squashed. So the whole trip looks like. So let's see what we've got in here. Some Pomona cables, 5940s. These are banana cables with clip leads. So these are Kelvin clip leads. Got a nice BNC cable here. It's the RG223U cable type. Got two of those, haven't we? I think we have. Yes, we do. I think they're both the same length. Yeah. Then we've got one of these kinds of cables, which is very much like the ones I've already got with these kinds of connectors on, but I've got cables with this on both ends. So this one has got split leads on the other end, which means if you've got spacing like on the multimeter where the plugs aren't side by side with the standard 19mm 3/4 inch spacing, then you can actually use this end instead, and you plug in directly onto the ports like you're doing like different measurements, and you've got step over one or something like that. Then that's good for that. Got two of those. This is the 1368A36, and they've also sent me a couple of these. cable holders, because I've got so many cables here, and obviously some more now, and my cable holders are currently full and actually overflowing. So I've asked for 2 of these. They've got different size gaps in them, so one's this sort of size. I think that's what I've already got, is this one the same as this, and this one's got narrow gaps on it, so you've actually got more slots, so this bit for smaller cables. So it's a 1508, and the model number on it? Doesn't seem to. Oh, actually that's 4408, it's up here. So, nice. And you have a multimeter in a slightly squashed box. I'm sure the meter's fine. So, in the previous review video, when I was reviewing something, I can't remember what it was now I was reviewing, but I was reviewing something, and I mentioned about the 289 in that video. And my contact at Pomona, he's watched the video and he commented in an email to me that he can get me this meter. So, he did. And here it is. So we'll have a play around with this in a future review as well. Let's get it out of the box. So I won't look at documentation right now, look at that in review. There it is. Oh, yes there is. Okay. You have a screen. It's in low Z mode right now. There's a graphical display on it. Very nice. Lovely. Watch out for the review coming up at some point. I'm not quite sure when it's going to be. I've got a lot on, so we'll see how we go. But that's going to be a good one to play around with. So this is quite a haul. So thank you very much Fluke and Pomona for supporting the channel and sending me all these items. I will be doing reviews and looking at things in more detail and just trying things out. So make sure you check those out when they come out. Subscribe for those videos and click like as well. So there's still one box left to go, so don't go anywhere yet. Here we go. Let's find out what I purchased off eBay. Using money which people gave me sometimes. Donations that people make to the channel using Patreon or through the YouTube memberships or anything like that. They help me to buy things like this. Shiny. Power cable. Needs a new plug put on it. When I've got some plugs, I can actually do that. I'll just run out. Well, I asked to wrap it up well, and I seem to have done that. Here we go, here's the back end of it. Any guesses yet?
Like Rolf Harris. Know what it is yet?
Right. It's a Fluke. Seems to be like a Fluke mailbag, doesn't it? And there's the front. There you go. It's a 510A AC reference standard 400Hz frequency. Does it work? I've got no idea. I guess we'll find out. Now I'm pretty sure the picture I saw didn't have this label across the front of it and it had this all exposed, so whether they stuck this on afterwards, I don't know, or maybe it's for their own reference, or maybe they sent me a different unit. Don't know. Anyway, at least it peels off nicely, so it's probably not been on it very long. So maybe I did only just put it on there. I think we should just power it up and try it. So let's change the voltage. Nice change of voltage on it. 230, close enough. Let's get a power cable, plug it in. Right, let's power this thing up for the first time. I've got it plugged in. Let's change the voltage. Power applied. Okay, operate mode is on. Let's do some measurements. What do we get? Look at that. 10 volts. It's actually working. Nice. Frequency, slightly low, but that's okay. It's still warming up. Excellent. I've got an AC reference standard. It's sitting there currently drawing 1.3 watts as well, so that's nice. It's not exactly huge power. I'll have to check all that stuff out in a future video, so make sure we look at this in more detail, because I'm going to have to refurbish this thing. This sort of bottom of it looks like. There's a couple of missing screws. Let's find out. The top has still got the seal on it, which I've actually just opened because I've checked the inside out. This one has got a broken seal on it. The top seal was dated 1989. And there we go. There's the bottom cover. No batteries. So that's probably why. No battery pack. So it's probably normally attached to the bottom of that cover or something. I'll have to look into that. Find out a bit more about that. Nice clean unit inside, it looks alright. We'll do a refurbishment video on this thing later on and check it all out and see how it actually stabilises after it's been on for a while. So if you like that, give us a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, especially if you wanted to see the future videos on this or the other reviews I've got for the Pomona or Fluke, and I'll catch you next video. Bye.